Hi YouTube, it's your girl Ash, and today I am back with another video, and today's video is a book review, and it is very special for me because it is my first ever ebook that I fully read, and that book is Him by Sarina Bowen and Elle Kennedy, book 1 in the Him duology. I have it on Goodreads. You probably cannot see it's doing wacky things, but I'm going to read you a little of the synopsis and then I am going to get into my thoughts on it. So it says, they don't play for the same team, or do they? Jamie Cannon has never been able to figure out how he lost his closest friend 4 years ago. His tattooed, wisecracking, rule-breaking roommate cut him off without an explanation. So what if things got a little weird on the last night of hockey camp? The summer they were both 18. It was just a little drunken foolishness. Nobody died. And there is a warning on this book. Warning contains sexual situations, skinny dipping, shenanigans in the SUV, and proof that coming out to your family on social media is a dicey proposition. I wanted to share you because every one of the books has warning on them, and I think the warnings are always so cute. This book has, let me see how many pages. It has 360 pages, and I gave this a 5-star rating. I just want to make note that I am stuffy, so you may hear it, but let's get right into it. Okay, so I happened upon this book last week. I think it was last Tuesday. I'm constantly on the lookout for LGBT plus, like whether it's young adult, new adult, whatever. I'm always looking for LGBT plus reads, and I was looking at this section on iTunes, and I found Him, and I read the sample, which I think is like the first 7 chapters. I read that sample so quick. I read that sample like that. It was crazy. It was bananas how fast I read that sample. I was like, I've got to buy this. I picked up the book, and that night I think I read 3 more chapters, and 4 days later this book was finished. I could not put this book down. I was reading it constantly, and I knew I had to pick up the sequel because there is a sequel called Us. And so this story follows Jamie Cannon and Wes, let me get the name, Ryan Wesley, but he goes by Wes, and they were friends in high school because they met every summer in this hockey camp, and their friendship blossomed from the hockey camp, and they kept in touch throughout the school year even though they didn't go to the same school. And then on the last night of hockey, something happens, and Ryan just cuts off all contact with Jamie, because Ryan feels guilty for what happened, that it was his fault that he pushed things along, and so he just completely cuts Jamie out of his life. And now I think they're in college now. Forgive me. They're in college now, and there's this big hockey tournament that both of their teams are in to see. They're going up against each other to see who is going to be in the playoffs. And Brian decides that he is ready to apologize because he's felt guilty for years from the way that he just cut off Jamie. And so he sends Jamie a present, and they get to talking, and then Ryan decides that he wants to go back and be a coach at the camp because Jamie is a coach at the camp where they met. And some sexiness ensues. I really love the writing style of this book. I love the fact that it's told in alternating perspectives and in months. Like every 5 or so chapters would be a new month. Like it would be April, then Jamie West, West Jamie, or something like that, and then May. And I loved that. And I also loved that these two characters were so believable. I feel like oftentimes in books and other type of literature, whether it be fan fiction or whatever, we get these characters that are so unbelievable. It's like that it's not a person. Where did you get this from? But I feel like these two characters were very down to earth. I loved Elle Kennedy and Sabrina Bowen. Excuse me if that's wrong. I think that's Bowen. I love their writing together. Oftentimes, I find it difficult to read when two people are writing because it feels like they literally made like two, like they didn't talk together at all. It was like, I'm gonna do my finished book, you do your finished book, and then the editors will put them together and they'll take out and you know what I'm saying? I'm probably not making sense, but it doesn't seem like it's a cohesive unit. But with this book, it definitely was that. There are a lot of sex scenes. Not the whole book is not like, it's not like straight erotica, but there are a lot of sex scenes, and they do get graphic. So bear that in mind, because I am a person that has to read out loud, and I found myself relegating this book to only nighttime after everyone had went to sleep, because Serena Bowman and Elle Kennedy do not hold back in describing in very detailed descriptions of like what's going on in the sex scenes. So bear that in mind. If that's not your thing, then you're probably not gonna like this book at all. But the book was so much more than the sex scenes. That's why I just want everybody to know, like, don't get caught up in the sex scenes. Like, there is a storyline, there is a plot. It is beautifully like woven, and I just love this book. And it makes me sad that it's only, as far as I could tell, a duology, and not a whole series, because I could go through the rest of these characters' lives. Like, I would love to see children if that's what they wanted. But it is so good, and I'm urging you to go out, get this book. Barnes and Noble sells it. You could get ebooks. Just go out and get this book, and I'm hoping that I didn't spoil anything at all, because I'm trying to learn how to do reviews without giving away any detail. But that is my review of Him, book one in the Him duology by Sarina Bowen and Elle Kennedy. Please check it out. You will not regret it. It is a wonderful book. And yes, that is my review. So, follow me on my um ugh, excuse me, follow me on all my social medias in the description box down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you feel inclined to do so, please subscribe and please share. It would be graciously appreciated. And as always, until we meet again.